Have you ever looked at the greatest Minecraft PvPers of our times? The ones who win round after round after round of Sky Wars or Bed Wars, the ones who face off in epic duels and thought, yeah, I could probably do that. No, you probably haven't, because you're not an idiot. Like me. It's been so many years since I started playing Minecraft, ages and ages since I started practicing PvP against my brother, and still, after years and years and years, I absolutely suck at PvP. I've decided to change that. The first step of my journey to love Minecraft again is to actually get good at it. Amazing how that will change your perspective on things. My game of choice when it comes to PvP has always been Bedwars on the Hypixel server. Despite what those 145 stars might make you think, I never actually managed to get that good at the game. I just played it, like, a lot. I got better at things that didn't have to do with directly fighting other players, so I wouldn't embarrass myself. Please don't ask why I'm making this video. Since I've come back to Minecraft, I've been playing a lot of Bedwars. I eventually got tired of getting comboed off the map, so I decided to take the situation into my own hands and become a better PvPer. It's time to start training. I have 3 categories I want to work on: speedbridging, melee combat, and miscellaneous weapons. I'll probably spend more time on the first 2. I'm trying to win a Bed Wars game, not some weird archery tournament. And everybody hates the guy who just sits at his base and does nothing except bow people off the map. I definitely didn't run into one of those guys in one of my games recently. To start my training, I went into Hypixel's training lobby to start speedbridging. Speedbridging is an essential skill for a game like Bed Wars, where you have to get from island to island as quickly as possible. Sometimes I have this suspicion that Bed Wars pros are actually practitioners of witchcraft, because I genuinely cannot understand how a human being can bridge like that without the aid of magic. Since I am not in fact a witch, and my computer mouse is so beaten up that it literally got chewed on by my pet rabbit, we're gonna have to stick with the classic crouch-uncrouch method. I think it's called ninja bridging or something, but I'm too lazy to look it up. So apparently my mic has been muted for the last 2 minutes. You know, we don't talk about that. Hopefully the microphone doesn't sound too horrible. I am still working on a sound setup. So basically what I do is I'll start bridging and I'll do pretty well, and then I just like fall off after a couple blocks. Like I can go pretty fast. I don't really know what the problem is. It's almost like taking a 2-year break did more for my skills than actually practicing, but now we're practicing, so I guess I just start. I plan to do like, maybe I should not talk and bridge at the same time. I plan to do like over a week of this, just like playing this mini game for 30 minutes a day, trying to get to the other side without falling off, which doesn't seem that hard, but for an idiot like me, it is pretty hard. Speed bridging has always been kind of tricky for me. Be very careful. I seriously need to work on my reflexes. And while it would be a funny bit if I kept falling into the void after speed bridging for 10 blocks, it doesn't make for very good long-term content. Next on the list was improving my actual PvP skills. I considered a lot of different minigames to practice this one. Sky Wars is a pretty fast-paced game, but since I always get comboed before I can actually land a hit, I don't think it would be very good for practicing melee combat. I eventually decided on the bridge, a game where 2 teams rush each other and try to land in the other team's goal to score points. The bridge is also good for block clutching, another skill I wanted to practice. I quickly ran into a lot of issues with my PvP practice. First of all, I was bad at it. Second of all, I had been convinced that the bridge was a Hypixel game, but I could not, for the life of me, find it in the game selector. I decided to head over to the sumo lobby instead, and there it was! 1v1. Yeah, you know what? I don't want to let a teammate down, because I inevitably will let my teammate down. I joined a new game at the bridge, and I started to play. Yeah, I don't know why I decided to do this. This is not good. You gonna come down or what? Honestly, just put me out of my misery already. It seems like me trying to commentate and fight at the same time made me even worse than I already was. Not that that's saying much. Sumo duels were more of the same, probably because the only other players that play that game are sumo masters. Now watch as a noob in the wild is presented with people who are actually good at the game. How are these people so good at the game? 200, is that wins? Is that kills? I don't know. It's 200 of something I could never do. Okay. No! 0 to 0! I'm just randomly clicking buttons and hoping it does something. My accuracy... Okay, we're gonna need to do a lot of work with this. I decided I would practice these games without my mic on and see if that helped. Since I'm pretty new to commentating in live time, I figured it was probably messing up any practice I was doing. But before I wrapped up my PvP baseline, I played a little bit of the bow training minigame and explained how a noob like me ever got the idea to become a PvP master. The way that this whole thing started, is I found a Reddit post on r/Technoblade, and it was a link to his old forum account on Hypixel where he's like, I have trained with the bow and I have trained with the sword and I think I'm ready to like take over PvP. And he was like 13 and I thought, well, if it's that simple, I don't want to say it's easy, but if it's that simple, then why can't I do that? Again, I'm very delusional. And so my training began. Over the next week and a half, I kept practicing in the hope that I might be able to win one round of Bedwars. There were ups and downs, trials and successes, but I just had to try and become the best player I could be. Now that I'd trained, it was time for me to put my skills to the test. I was going to join a game of solo Bedwars and try to win it. But first, I'd just like to give a shout out to this one player in my 4v4 game last week. Genuinely one of the funniest interactions I have ever had in Bedwars. I was thankfully recording some background footage at the time. We were on the same team, and while we were waiting for iron in the generator, they spray painted that little icon. Just to be funny, I spray painted over theirs, thinking they'd enjoy that little joke. The look of rage upon that blocky face was like nothing I had ever seen. I was unnerved, but I decided to keep on bridging towards diamonds. And then, they just fireballed me off. Multiple times. I'd just be walking from an island and he'd fireball me off, then just stare at me with the haunted look of a man who experienced death by 1,000 blows. Anyways, just thought I'd share that little interaction. Now on to the game! It's time to join a solo game of Bedwars and see if I can win it all. This is the moment of truth right here, where all my practice for the past 2 weeks comes together. Can I win a single round of Bedwars? Oh no! I've noticed I'm actually like a lot worse at like bridging specifically. Like the other skills are about even, but when I'm bridging, I'm a lot worse at it when I'm like recording it for like background footage or whatever. I don't know if I'm like nervous or if I just feel like I have like eyes on me or what, but it's just something I've noticed. It's kind of weird. I guess I'll just regular bridge. Like a noob. Which is definitely not what I am. Is that supposed to hurt? Is he like dropping TNT on me? Seriously? Oh, I got him! Okay. I was like, where'd he go? Okay. That makes me sound really stupid. It's fine. How did that not hit him? Why can I not hit anyone? Okay. That's not good. I just lost one. Okay. It's okay, guys. We can still win this. Yeah, I could actually possibly win this. I don't know. What do you guys think? No? Yeah, you're probably right. Okay, die. Oh. Even though my speed bridging and combat skills had improved significantly, it wouldn't mean anything if I couldn't get past the first rush. Luckily, I had foreseen the possibility that it might take me a few rounds to win, so I joined a new game and started the whole process over again. And if you notice that this map is different than the one that was in my lobby, no you didn't. No, you didn't notice that. I definitely didn't die and have to do another round. Definitely not. Darn it, you little... I should have seen that coming. Well, I did see it coming, and then I just, like, didn't do anything. This is not looking good. I don't want to do, like, 5 rounds of this. I thought I was good at this game. I thought I'd practiced. I am having, like, a crisis up here. Again, I joined a new round, thinking this would be my lucky game. New game, new game, new game. At this point, I was doubting my abilities quite a lot. I'd been able to fight well when I was training, so why wasn't it translating over when I actually needed to win? It seemed that there would be no way for me to win this. Even though I had trained, even though I had put in the hard work and time, it just didn't seem to be enough. I was forever doomed to be a Bedwars noob. But that isn't an awful thing. Sure, I'm doomed to a life of embarrassment every time someone hits me off the map, but I had fun in the process. Training every day and being back in the same lobbies I used to frequent was a great first step in my journey to love Minecraft again. My win streak, once again, has gone from 0 to 0. Get out of my way. Oh! And I have learned nothing from this experience. Well, actually, I did learn one thing. I'm very bad at Bedwars.